them the wisdom they need and the discernment they need to make the best choices for our communities. God, we pray for everyone here along the coast that you keep us safe, especially for those who are in law enforcement, Lord, as they stand to protect us, Lord. We thank you for the service they give us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we start today, I'd like to remind everyone to please keep our Veteran Services Director in your prayers. Her husband passed away last week, Julia Richards. If y'all will, just remember to keep that family in your prayers. We'll start with item number 2, an order taking off the table the appearance of Diane Johnson to discuss the incident with county equipment on July 2nd, 2025.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, and then Ms. Johnson, recognize her to discuss
She's
the
on the
incident.
phone here. She's gonna be on the phone.
Okay. We're ready.
All right, Ms. Johnson, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Hi, Ms. Johnson. If you will, please just state your name and address, and then when you're finished with that, you can give us a description of what happened on July 2nd.
Yes, sir. My name is Donette Johnson. My address is 15336 O'Neill Road, Gulfport, Mississippi, 9503. On the day of questioning, I was asked by my colleague to come out to look at my car. And I came out upon looking at my car and noticed some little chips in the window, the real small chips. When you look at it, and then when I rub my hand across it, you can feel the indentions. And it was the same day that the young men from the county came out to remove the concrete slab that's right at the back door.
Okay, and so that's all you have at this point?
Yes, sir. It was
Okay.
just, I noticed, and it was debris. I did have debris, and on my car when I went out to look at it.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah.
What kind of debris? What kind of debris?
Debris. It was like dust particles and hard pieces like the concrete.
Okay.
And I did point that out to the lady that came out, the inspector. I'm sorry, not.
Ms. Johnson, are you an employee there or were you a visitor?
No, I'm an employee here.
Okay, and did anyone from the county come in and ask y'all to move your vehicles or mention it to anyone?
No, ma'am. As a matter of fact, we were in a meeting when they came and they knocked on the back door, let our administrative assistant know that they were working in the back, but we were not asked to, move our cars.
Any other questions? Tim?
I don't have any. I mean, hopefully the board has to make a decision on that.
I
County.
think am I correct, the employees didn't think they did anything? The saw was pointing in the opposite direction from what I read in the backup?
Correct, yes, sir. It's a concrete saw, and they were sawing in direction and length of the building. So it wasn't facing to where debris would have come off the saw toward any parked vehicles. It was along the building.
And when they went to the door and talked to someone, what did they tell them? That they were working out there?
I was informed that they went and they knocked on the door, one of the ladies answered, they informed her of what they were back there doing, what their process was, what they were going to do to be able to get the piece of concrete removed.
So they could move their car?
As far as I know, they weren't officially told to move their vehicles, but they were given the information.
That they were working?
Correct, yes, sir. The only thing with this is, so I have this one, and there's the next lady is also part of this claim. And I have a third one who has not yet filed a claim, which is the director there as well. So when I got called out to the incident, found that evidently 2 weeks prior, they had the same dust particles and things on their vehicle. They had approached a county employee, one of our, I think it was the HVAC employees that was in there working, asking if they were doing work on the roof. They said no, they were only there to do HVAC stuff. They even checked their paperwork. There was no other work done at DHS that day.
So
So
several
there's-
weeks before, they were not sawing. They were
Correct.
working on the air conditioning.
Correct. 2 weeks before, they had the sawing stuff on, sawdust or the dust or whatever on their vehicles. There was no sawing or anything being done that day. 2 weeks later is when I got the call that they wanted to file a claim, and that was the day that they were sawing, saying that there was sawdust on it again. So, not really sure. Now, I did try to view the camera footage. They were out of view where they were working at. I could see some dust going, but that's it. There was nothing but dust and little small fragment particles on the vehicles, but I don't see that the saw necessarily did anything, but I could be wrong with that. I asked Willie to attend to kind of explain more on how the saw works and what it.
Nobody saw the saw hitting anything on the vehicle. No witnesses to that.
No.
What they were cutting was a little sidewalk, just a little finger of sidewalk going up to the back of the building. They were cutting up close to the building, and the cars were here, and they were cutting this way,
How
about
far is that?
25 feet away.
Yeah, about
They
25
were
feet.
perpendicular
Yeah.
to the saw, the cars were perpendicular to the saw.
Correct, yes, sir.
And it was a diamond tip saw, so it just makes dust. It doesn't throw parts.
It makes dust. What about chips?
Usually doesn't, it's usually just
It does
dust.
not chip it.
And it was only about that wide, so it didn't. Then they came in with the mini hoe and picked it piece up and took it off.
In relation, I know that we haven't heard on this other case yet, but in relation, how close were those vehicles to each other, Diane Johnson?
Oh, I didn't know. that.
They were all parked right next to each other.
What appears, the damage to multiple vehicles is exactly the same.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
the
it was
chances
just
of
one.
two cars being in two different
multiple
places and
vehicles
getting
on
the
that.
exact damage is probably, anything's possible, but seems very unlikely that all of them have the same kind of windshield damage. I mean, that's what I see with what's been provided to me. You have the Kia claim.
I'm
and
in
then
both, and I'm sorry.
I'm looking at the pictures of both, and both of them had the exact same damage to the windshield, so it's kind of hard to say that, and they both were parked side by side, it appears.
Yes, sir.
But I know we're not going to the first one, but you said the 2 weeks previous to this particular incident, was there a claim of damage to the windshield at that time?
No, they asked my guys if they had been on the roof working because they had damage to the car.
That's what I'm
Dust.
saying. They had damage to the car,
They
not
had
the
damage,
windshield?
but didn't file a claim or didn't ask.
But this,
for-
What kind
this
of
did not
damage
happen
still
that
was
day
it
then.
to the-
No,
Nicks that were in the
They
windshield.
were working on
On
the
the
air conditioning
windshield,
inside. So, I mean,
But they weren't even working there, on the
No,
roof
sir.
or anywhere else.
No, sir.
Do you, Ms. Day, do you know about what day it was that the damage occurred? Do you have a date of any sort that you can give us?
Yes, sir, it was July the 3rd, the day that they came out here working. Now, the previous week that you guys were speaking in reference to, that is when Ms. Reed had asked questions about her vehicle on that day. I had no concerns on 2 weeks prior. My concerns were on July 3rd when it came out, when I actually saw the debris on my car and I can see the chips in my windshield.
Okay, so the questioning that you had about the, let's just say the HVAC guys was actually for someone else and not yourself?
That is correct, about the
Okay.
2 weeks prior, that is
Yeah.
correct.
Tim, is there anything,
The problem is the proof. I mean, I got chips in my windshield right now, got cracked, I don't know where it came from. I don't know when it got there, didn't hear it, didn't see it. I don't know how you relate, other than just to say, and it's not proof when you just say they were cutting, and I noticed after they cut that there are chips on the windshield. Chips, although I agree with Mr. Quavis a little bit, you have 2 to 3 vehicles, that
Yeah.
certainly lends to that, but since they're cutting in the wrong direction,
It's a dispute that the board has to resolve as to whether or not there's proof. The county employees were negligent and caused the damage to these vehicles or not. And that, the burden is on them to prove that, preponderance of the evidence was more likely than not. The board has to adjudicate that, make a decision, as whether or not it's more likely than not that the county workers were negligent and caused damage.
I'll make a motion to approve for the repairs.
I'll sit here.
No one was there to say that the guys cutting with that saw were perpendicular, horizontal, or whatever, for the whole time they were there. There's no evidence that happened, and two cars sitting by side had the exact same nicks that are almost identical. I could say that that's pretty much cut and dry. Or not, that's right.
What's
He's making a motion to put it on.
to approve the claim?
Yes.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Okay, 4-1. Mr. Ladner in opposition. And in the future, I mean, when we're working around, thank you, ma'am, your claim was approved. In the future, I think that we need to make sure that when we're cutting grass or anything, even if the people don't move, that we tell them, if you don't want to risk something happening to your vehicle, because I've seen it before at the courthouses, and even mowers running right up around vehicles. And if the people choose not to move their vehicles, that's one thing. Even that maybe get some signs made up to where people know if they pull in and park, that there's gonna be work that day, that they're risking their vehicle getting damaged. That way it covers us, and we don't have to worry about that, and then they can go park somewhere else if they choose to.
Yeah, and I think that
Covers
we're,
us.
we know what work we're gonna be doing, so we could go out there the day before, or go out there before they get to work
Put up
and
signs
cone
or
it off.
whatever.
I mean, there's,
Mark it
I
off.
know that's Monday morning
This
quarterback.
is the second or third time we've had this discussion with instruction from the board
Right.
to make sure that people are notified at these departments when we're cutting grass, that they need to move their car or have the opportunity to move their car. That's why I asked, what did they tell them when they knocked on the door? Just to tell them they're there? Or did they tell them to have the opportunity to move their car?
I'm here, President. I don't know if I should go in the same order, if I could be dismissed along with my coworker, Ms. Annette Johnson. I'm the Kia Bow and I have the same claim. And if I just may interject, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to get sworn in, but no, in the past, when they've had to cut trees, they have asked us to move. We were in them, they just let us know that they were there, and I'm swearing here in the court that they did not ask us to move our vehicles, so we certainly have ample space, we would have certainly moved our vehicles.
Yeah, I think we need to do more than just say, though, even if they ask them, have some kind of signage that we put out. That way, it's not he said, she said.
Well,
We got
on top of that, don't do the work if cars are not moved. I don't think there's anything that we do aside of an emergency that we cannot put off to the next day.
I think scheduling could play a role as well, in particular when we're doing county buildings. We know when we're gonna go there, so we can send a schedule out 3 days ahead of time and have it on Thursday, April or whatever. We're gonna be doing some things here, you guys wanna use some precaution. I think we can do that with county buildings.
We make a motion to make that procedure, so it's more than just to do, or
I think,
is it
I
necessary?
think county administrator needs to send out a notice if that's what y'all want to do to all the departments and that do that type of work, take care of it. County administrator.
Thank y'all. We'll move on to item number 4, recognizing Kia Boat Bowden to discuss incident of county equipment
Sure.
shortages.
She was part of the same.
Yeah, I'm part of the same claim.
So, but we still need to.
Yeah.
We need to
You gotta
vote.
go ahead and adjudicate it, make a motion.
Need a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? I need another motion. This isn't to approve. Yeah, have a motion, second, no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
You want to do anything further for now? We submitted the estimate, all of it.
Read the box.
We can do it at the end,
If you,
we just do it at the end.
Okay.
No reason.
if you pay the claim directly, have them bill the county, then you don't have to pay sales tax. So wherever you take it to get it fixed, have them call the county purchasing clerk. And make arrangements for the county to pay it directly, so the county doesn't have to pay the sales tax. You won't have to pay it either.
Okay, so do I just get that contact information from a clerk out there, or I never?
It's on the website.
Okay.
Or you can get it from, the county administrator's office.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's on the website under purchasing. Somebody
Okay.
has to make sure to tell her, but she'll call.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
You have a good
thank
day.
you.
Thank you.
They just have to issue a purchasing order to be able to do it that way.
So other than me going to the individual, the cheapest individual, I got the quote, and I'll just let them bill it right to the county.
I'm sorry, who was that?
I'd have to look back, it's like Safe Flight, and we went to Donovan, I think one was like significantly cheaper, obviously, I won't submit the less one, as long as the job get done.
Okay. Whichever one you go to, have a, if I get any questions, come call me, I'll figure it out.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna go back to one we do need to have a motion.
Oh, excuse me.
Have a proclamation extending congratulations to Reverend Dr. Kenneth P. Hollins on the occasion of his 27th anniversary as senior pastor of New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor? Aye. All right, moving down to number 5, we recognize Jessica Martin with the Audubon Society.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jessica Martin. I'm the stewardship manager for the Mississippi Coastal Bird Stewardship Program. We are out there on the beach every day during the summer months, protecting the least terns that come here every year to nest. I'm here today to request permission to install additional dune restoration signs at the Cowan and Great Southern important bird areas. We already have some out there through a different funder, but we do have funding through MDAQ now, and we would love to add more signs to make it more clear. That's pretty much my
Are the
request.
birds nesting in the dunes?
They have been very off this season. They are starting to move a little bit more up towards the dunes, especially when we have coastal flooding taking place. When they prefer that open beach area. But with the coastal flooding, they'll adapt and start moving more upwards towards the dune area.
I have a question, and it doesn't directly correlate to your sign, more or less, and more information that we received. How do y'all get permission to do any planting?
Permission to do what?
Plant
Planting.
anything on the beach? How do y'all get permission to do that?
In the past, when we've done that, we've worked directly with the Sand Beach Director.
Okay, so y'all do not do anything unless you've been directed by Sand Beach
Yeah.
to do anything on the
Right,
beach
yeah.
itself?
Correct.
Okay, I was just making sure that's what we're continuing to follow. I know we have an issue with some sunflower seeds or something that was planted, there's an issue about us destroying them. But we have to maintain that beach. And we do not want people, without coming to the board or to Sand Beach, planting things out there, even for the birds. And then when something happens to it, we're held liable. But when the sand gets to places that we have to maintain so it doesn't get on 90 and cause accidents, we have to take, precautions for that. And sometimes when you plant things, that could be, an issue for us when it comes to maintenance. And that's why I asked.
So
Yeah, if I may too. So these are already out, and so part of the reason that we're asking for more is
Yeah.
because these were marking the sunflowers. The sunflowers were behind all of the signage.
Correct.
And if any point in time you need us to take something down so that you all can just let us know.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll, it's all
Okay.
removable, so we'll take it down. and-
That's fine. We just,
Yeah.
we don't want to, but there's gonna be, occurrences where we're gonna have to maintain the beach
Sure.
and whatever, obviously not the birds, but, if there's vegetation there that's keeping us from keeping the sand off of 90, we're gonna have to do what's in safety of the
Right.
public and remove sand and whatever
Right.
else may be there.
Yeah.
So. okay,
Yeah, and
well,
I
thank-
know sometimes the bulldozers go sort of perpendicular, so that's why I'm saying, if you need us to
Yeah,
ever pull anything down, just let us know.
Okay.
We're
Well, thank
happy to do that again.
I'll make a motion for the signs. I have no issues with the signs being up.
Second.
we have a motion to second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Recognize Trey McKnight.
Good morning.
Good morning.
To give you the cliff notes and the attached conversations back and forth with FEMA in regards to Jim Simpson Pier, we have recently been approved on the updated scope of work, which is a wooden construction, wooden stringers and flow-through decking. So at this point, and part of the next item on the agenda, we are ready to move forward and to move that project out, or put it out for bid rather. Also have, Matt Stratton here, Dax Alexander, BMA is also here if there's any questions regarding engineering or any further, discussions with FEMA. But as of today, we are approved with the updated scope that the board recommended a few months back, so that's where we are.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Trey.
It's great news.
Trey, while you're out there, hey, Trish, is this an appropriate time we can talk about the Bear Head?
What?
You wouldn't? Okay, never mind, Trey.
All right, we'll move on to item number 7. Thank you, Trey. Order authorizing the advertisement for bids for the repair of the Jim Simpson Pier project.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Now need a motion for the consent agenda items 8 through 20.
Second.
Any discussion on any of those? Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving to item 21, order approving travel for Paul Ladner, tax assessor, Monica Peak, mapping clerk, and Shannon Nikes, mapping clerk.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Order acknowledging receipt of and approving petitions for increases to the 2024 personal property rules.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
23, order approving change order number 1 for the ARPA Kiln DeLille Sewer Project with Southern Colonial Construction LLC, the amount of $3,910.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order authorizing board president to execute reimbursement requests and all necessary documents from the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality for the following projects.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order accepting the roadway right-of-way easement for Pulling Road from Anthony Dale Holston and Serena Lynn Holston, directing the clerk to file their right-of-way easement.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order accepting the road right-of-way easement for Robert Ellis Lane from Robert Stephen Ellis Jr. and Marla Joe Ellis.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 27, order approving the use of athletic facilities by Harrison County School District as per the terms of the interlocal cooperative agreement.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order concurring with the road manager on employment as listed and on file with the payroll clerk and HR.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 29, order concurring with the county administrator on employment as listed and as on file with the payroll clerk and HR.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 30, order acknowledging that no bids were received for the beach vending rental site, B8 South Beach condos, and recommend a request for re-advertisement.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I recognize Sheriff Department.
At the Adult Detention Center, we have 823 inmates, 687 males, 136 females, 92 is misdemeanor, 11 federal inmates. We have 13 juveniles at the Adult Detention Center, and then 10 in juvenile detention, one from Hancock, 1 Stone, and 8 Harrison County. And we have 176 MDOC inmates that are 58 of those ready to go.
Thank you. Number 32, order spreading upon the minutes the personnel changes of the sheriff's office.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order authorizing the board president to execute the attached contract with Aramark for food services at the ADC and JDC for the sheriff's office.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah,
All in
this
favor?
this don't include the transportation to,
No.
okay, all right, I'm good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Order accepting the lowest and best quote received from Teddy Morse's Daytona Harley Davidson for two 23 Electric Glide motorcycles in the amount of $29,000.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Number 35, order authorizing the disposal of assets per the attached list.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Number 36, order correcting the inventory, adding back an item still in use that was previously listed as disposed of.
Motion.
Discussion? All in favor? Order approving payments and claims listed.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Excuse me. Number 38, order authorizing and approving the payment of $78,000 to Forvis Measures for the fiscal year 23 audit fees.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Number 39, order authorizing and approving a wire transfer of $17,495,800 to the United States Army Corps of Engineers for our share of the costs associated with the Coastwide Beach and Dune Ecosystem Restoration Project.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Number 40, order authorizing interfund loans and repayments for fiscal year 25.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Number 41, order approving payment of the following claims.
Motion.
Discussion. All in favor? Order approving the resolution in the matter of the regular and special homestead exemptions rejected by the Department of Revenue for 2024.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Number 43, order approving a low quote purchase of 12 Ricoh document scanners in the amount of $12,127.32.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Order approving purchase of computer services from Data Links Corporation to integrate the purchasing imaging system with the bookkeeping imaging system at the cost of $17,500.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Order concurring with and approving the resolution of the Harrison County Development Commission authorizing and approving a lease agreement between the Development Commission and Past Business Terminal.
Motion. Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Order concurring with and approving the resolution of the Harrison County Development Commission rescinding resolution number 04222025-02 for authorizing and approving the sale of approximately 6 acres.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Order concurring with and approving the resolution of the Harrison County Development Commission authorizing and approving the purchase and sale agreement between the commission and Kings Forge Steel LLC.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Number 48, order concurring with and approving the resolution of the Harrison County Development Commission authorizing and approving the execution of a mutual termination of lease agreement with the option to purchase between the commission and S&J Leasing.
Motion.
Okay, we have a motion, second discussion. All in favor? Number 49, order accepting the resignation of Troy Peterson from the Blue Ribbon Committee and approving the appointment of Christian Otis to fill his unexpired term.
Motion.
Second discussion. You're making that recommendation from the board?
Yes, I spoke to Supervisor Jones months ago. Troy had to, kind of leave the board
That's all
probably
right.
7 months.
We just
hadn't put it on yet.
Somebody was recommended from the board.
And Otis is actually a captain now, so we're very happy for his service, thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Number 50, order acknowledging receipt of and spreading upon the minutes the final audit for Harrison County fiscal year 23.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? 51, order approving the quote from Red Bud Supply for purchase of safety shirts for Road Department District 5 employees in the amount of $999.70.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Order approving an attached supplement agreement number 1 for lane construction for Canal and Landon Road intersection to add 20 working days to the contract time.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
I just want to say to our citizens, the end is in sight. We're doing curbing, and Doug, would you just give us quickly it's been
Yes,
a
ma'am.
5-year over
Last
here?
week, we had a little bit of rain, so it pushed the curb and gutter back, but it should begin next Monday. Pending the rain, we'll move rapidly after that. We're done digging up dirt. We are done. Pipes in the ground, it's in the home stretch now. Paving
Okay,
real
thank
quick.
you.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Number 53, order approving the request of the Gulf Coast Association of Legal Support Professionals to use one of the Justice Court courtrooms in Gulfport October 14th from 5:30 to 7.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Order approving the restriping of the parking facilities at the Mental Health Association of South Mississippi headquarters, 4803 Harrison Circle.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Number 55, order adjudicating the tax sales of August 28, 2023 and August 26 of 2024 on tax parcel 0604J-01-001-.003 for 2022 and 23.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
This was the mayor and assessment, the tax assessor officers and qualifies to be assessed that.
All in favor? Number 56, order approving the installation of street lights listed.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Number 57, order authorizing expenditures as listed pursuant to Mississippi Code 17-3-1 as necessary to advertise and bring into favorable notice opportunities, possibilities, and resources of Harrison County, Mississippi, and which, in the judgment of such board of boards, will be helpful toward advancing the morale and/or financial and/or other interests of the county, including all forms of advertising.
Motion.
Second. When did the wording of that change? Has it always been that way?
No, it hasn't.
When did that change?
I ran across the statute and added it in there.
Just making sure it was you.
I
Thank
was
you.
doing research and ran across the statute, so it just sounded good.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed?
No.
Okay, 4-1. Dr. Ladner in opposition. Okay. Mr. Newcase, you have anything?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ellis? Collins?
We do have an issue with, I'd like to discuss an executive session, personnel matter.
Okay, we'll go around, we'll come back, and then we'll go, that way we cover everybody can leave.
No, sir, I'm good.
Did have fun.
Okay. The only thing I have is, I'm sure everybody saw the article on WLOX about the sunshade the other day. And I know that this is an ongoing issue, but, and I don't know what the plan is, it's not my district even where that particular sunshade is, but I think that we need to pass some type of resolution that puts some type of restriction on what is being used on the beach. Not to say that homeless people can't go there to get some relief or whatever, but some type of time limit or something like that. I mean, if I were to take my family there every day and just stay from daylight till dark, it wouldn't be fair to the rest of the citizens. And so, and I don't know legally what we can do, but if we can pass some type of resolution to put some type of time limit on how long one of those facilities can be used, that way other people have access to it, something that our, patrol.
The problem is, first off, you have to change the sand beach ordinance. That's what you have to do to make it enforceable. Which is fine, you can't do that. The problem is everything has a consequence. You have this pavilion here, which is being a problem, but you got dozens of others that haven't been a problem. So whatever you restrict affects all the others. I don't disagree with you. From what I read, the main problem is they're using the restroom down there. In fact, Robbie and I and Tricia rode by it one day. That's exactly what one of them was doing. And Robbie and we stopped and got a policeman to go down there and stop it. But I think you can do it if you want to do that, the board can put a reasonable.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's just, that was just one of the thoughts. I mean,
Right.
I think that there's something that we can put in place that doesn't really hurt other people trying to use other facilities, but gives us the teeth to enforce in the areas that we are having issues.
I think you could probably come up with something where you can figure out how to design it around.
And you're right, there are laws being broken on it.
We just.
Dan and I went out there
Yeah.
one day, and it's, if I were a tourist, I wouldn't want to go hang out down there.
We also need a mutual agreement with Biloxi and their police department, so they're able to go down and do what they see necessary.
We can do that.
I think once we.
I think they're gonna ask for that,
Right.
from my understanding.
We do have beach patrol, though.
We're down there every day. We move them out every morning down there. We've put Open Doors Coalition in the vehicles with us, trying to relocate the homeless down there. And just gonna be honest, a lot of the issues we have down there are mental health, not taking medicine issues more than just wanting to hang out homeless issues. Yeah, we're moving them within our parameters as much as we can daily.
Yeah.
You know,
And so the public doesn't know that, so I'm glad that you brought that up, because,
we
if
have.
you look on Facebook, it is a one-sided discussion, but the efforts that y'all are doing down there are all the way up to where you can't violate someone's human rights.
100%. Right, we have 4 designated people that are beach and marine, 365 a year. For the last 3 months of the summer, our 10 school resource officers have been on beach patrol down there as an added duty while they're out of school. So, we really tried to up it down there. It's just,
I think one of the next things we need to get is from Biloxi, get that mutual agreement.
And that way it takes some of the
step.
pressure off of y'all to have to use so much of your resources down there, to allow, and maybe the same thing in the other municipalities along the coast, is to get that agreement in place that allows them to do some of the enforcement as well. That way it doesn't put so much strain on our.
I'm open to however the board decides to want to do it, and the problem you run into, they'll tell you is, if you say you put a time limit on it, how do you enforce that? How do you determine when they got there, when they leave? I mean, nobody's down there
I
watching
think
it.
if we can get Biloxi on board, because obviously they pass by it way more than the county does. And maybe with their assistance, we can help patrol the beach in that area more than currently are able to.
Well, they do have concurrent jurisdiction already. They have law enforcement capability, just like any citizen. I mean,
Right.
law enforcement officer can go down there and charge somebody. They do it as a
Well, it's been
citizen's arrest.
said, and I don't know if it's coming from Biloxi or not, and maybe it's just a way to point a finger in the other direction to divert the blame or to divert the responsibility or whatever, but it's been said, oh, we can't do anything past the seawall.
That's not correct when it comes to enforcing the law.
Right,
That's-
okay.
That's not correct. Their jurisdiction is, the city limits are out into the water. They're not limited to the beach. Now, that regulating the beach and maintaining the beach, correct. So doing regulations on the beach, that falls under the board's jurisdiction. Law enforcement, somebody commits a crime, if it's considered even to be outside the city limits, the law enforcement officer can do a citizen's arrest, do the same thing they normally do. Just call it a citizen's arrest instead of file an affidavit. It's a little bit different, but, so they can enforce the law, but we can reach an agreement with them that allows them to do that.
I would say that if we could get it on paper, would be best than just a conversation.
Actually, the board today could pass the order requesting the pursuant to the interlocal agreement, requesting the city of Biloxi's assistance in enforcing the laws along the beach.
I will make a motion.
Do that for every city.
Let's do one that includes, the Iberville doesn't have that,
Right.
because they don't have the beach, but we could do that and just do one that includes all 4 of the
That's
municipalities.
fine.
Yeah, in case it's a problem in
And
another.
that way, and then we can let them know that we passed it and they have the.
That's fine.
Well, I make a motion to draft the order
Requesting them to help
We'll
us.
do it.
for all the coastal counties,
Second.
interlocal agreement, or mutual agreement to assist with any policing or that's needed throughout the
Does that work
coast.
For y'all?
Yeah, I mean, anything they can do to help us is great, you know. They call us down there, if there's a crime on the beach that we need to handle, we'll go make the arrest and all, but it helps to have them be able to.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so I
we
made
have
a
a
motion.
motion and a second. Any other discussion?
I just want to say from a humanitarian side, Craig, if someone says I have nowhere to go, are we able to bring them to Back Bay Mission?
Yeah, we have all the contacts, for resources for them, but the ones that want help,
They don't want to.
they get help.
The ones that don't
There's a
stay.
huge majority of them that don't want the help, because they don't wanna follow the rules that come along with the help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that,
They want to
and
feel free.
Yep.
this is just,
Yeah.
and I don't want to belabor the point, but I read an article over the weekend where it said the homeless population in Biloxi this time last year was, I believe it was last year, was 200 and something, and that's skyrocketed to over 700 now.
Right.
And so this is a discussion that probably all parties have to come to the table, and we've got to find some solutions as a Gulf Coast, not just the county or an individual city. But if in Biloxi, that population, Back Bay Mission is servicing 700 people now in the city of Biloxi. So if that's in Biloxi, we have, and it may not be as big, but it's in D'Iberville, it's in Gulfport.
Nationwide.
And so we have to come to the table with the leaders of the entire Gulf Coast and come up with some solutions for this issue.
And this one particular gazebo, whatever they call it, it's been a problem. I mean, go by it daily, you can tell it's
Yeah,
a problem.
Dan and I went out there one morning and spent a little bit of time, and it definitely
It's-
is an issue.
Well,
Is the gazebo itself attractive?
yes, it's the shade of the,
It's a shade structure, but it's right at a very popular part of the beach as well, where Biloxi just added maybe 60 or 70 new parking spots. But because of all the people there, it's, causing issues.
I'm up to do whatever the board wants to do to how to solve the problem. I'm just not sure there's an easy solution.
No, at this point, I think a mutual agreement is a
Let's
start.
pass this for now, it's a start, but I do think that we need to come to the table with the municipalities on the coast and come up with some.
Is that shade
solutions.
structure necessary there? Is it used otherwise?
That's what I'm asking.
Well,
Gazebo, remove it.
I think it gives us a black
Mutual
eye.
agreement
If we
first.
remove that, I think it gives the county a black eye.
Let's just utilize a mutual agreement and see how well that works out first before we make do anything with the
Board's
infrastructure.
permission, I'll send something to all the attorneys for the various cities and municipalities and ask them to come up with suggestions of how.
Well, we know what one suggestion is from Biloxi. I know that's different, but we gotta get some other ones.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take all of us coming together to come up with some real solutions. So we have a motion and a second to request assistance from the municipalities. Any other discussion?
I just want to say when we do that, let's invite Julia, our wonderful VA lady, because so many of the homeless, as we know, are veterans, and veteran VA is failing them. So I just want to make sure that veterans are a big part of that discussion.
Need a vote, all in favor? Motion carries. All right, Ms. Powers?
I just wanted to say in executive session, I'll piggyback off Robbie, but about the Development Commission.
We didn't do this too, since we received this.
Oh,
from-
okay.
I forgot to. We received this. They just want to.
That's just a
recognize
recognition
that
for
we
the board
received
budget.
from them.
Buddy
Yeah.
Ball.
Oh, wonderful. Aw. Okay, so Buddy Ball is a wonderful organization that has, that does baseball at the Sportsplex, does wonderful things all year long. It's kind of like Special Olympics, but instead of 1 week a year, it's all year. And as a mom of a child with special needs, it's been incredibly wonderful. Representative Dawkins and her husband Mike Crawford created it. Excuse me, not Dawkins, Crawford, excuse me.
Crawford, yeah.
Crawford's and Mike Crawford created it. They have a special needs daughter, Emily, who's amazing. And recently they asked if they could use our arena at the Harrison County Fairgrounds to do horseback riding. So this is like the 7th event that they've added. So just to thank us, they gave us this plaque. Harrison County Board of Supervisors, thank you for your support. And Robin Shaw, one of our ladies at the code office, is the one who brings the horses and does that for them. So I just want to say thank you to Buddy Ball and thank you for this plaque. We are happy to help in any way. Thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Dr. Lane? Angela?
Nothing, thank you.
I do think we need to have an executive session. involving the issue brought up. We have a potential claim that has been made against the county related to the sand beach, so there'll be potential litigation that we need to discuss some issues about the sand beach.
And then personnel. Okay, so I need a motion to go into it.
And then personnel with what department?
Administration.
Administration.
And then mine's
Here's the county development.
development.
All of those qualify if the board wants to go.
Okay, I need a motion.
Motion to go in executive session.
So, all in favor?
Aye.